And yeah, they're fighting on the bridge, and this is Adriana's like strongest point, so I could just kite people on the bridge. Hi there, the name's Nico, and today I'll be going over another meta comp in duos, Chiara and Adriana. This comp is incredibly strong right now because Chiara is the most picked character in top 100 KR duos, followed by Adriana. Expect both of these characters to get some nerfs next patch, but regardless, let's look at the comp. First, to go over Adriana's build. So the build is Sticky Bomb, EOD Suit, Diadem, Sheetha Shah Jahan, Feather Boots, and Buccaneers Doubloon. The route goes Uptown, Factory, Temple, Alley. Build ID is displayed on screen and is also written in the description. In Uptown, make sure you grab a pen and turn your baseball into Signature Ball. This will be used to make Dyadic Prism later. Try your best to remember to grab a coffee in Uptown so you can make Mocha Bread in Factory, but if you forget, just make Raisin Rum Bread in Factory. Make sure you get some SP drinks in Uptown or else you'll be low in SP in Temple. I recommend a lemon-based drink like lemonade, or you can do highballs. Just drink the max you can because you'll be crafting and you need to TP the factory anyway. In Temple, grab one or both of the branches near the teleporter. Generally, one set is taken, so you probably need to grab a second branch in Alley. In Alley, once you are done with your build, grab 2 bandages or at a minimum 1. You want to prep your transition items, specifically Queen of Hearts and Auto Arms. Then you should meet up with your teammate. The skill order for this build is Q, passive, W, E, and R alt when available. Build well the skill order saved so you don't have to worry about memorizing it. For augments, take Amplification Drone. For this comp, you really want to finish people off quickly because Chiara with her ultimate is not nearly as strong. And with the Amplification Drone, you want to use your 3 ult charges in quick succession. Your sub-green augments are Thorn Shackles and Thea. This is for more damage and more vision at night, which is really helpful on Adriana. You'll be taking the Havoc tree as your sub-tree with Quench and Dismantle Goliath. Adriana is a pretty squishy character, even with 2 HP items, which you'll swap off of anyway, so the bonus damage to melees is nice. In Quench, you'll do more damage to animals. Now for your transition items. For your weapons, switch to Dyadic Prism. You do lose the slow, but the damage increase is worth it. For your chest piece, you want to use Queen of Hearts, but you can use Mithril Armor or Burgundy 47. For your headpiece, you want Mithril Helmet or Elysian Halo. For your arm piece, you want Auto Arms or Mithril Shield. You can use Bracelet Scotty, although extra skill damage Adriana is not nearly as good as it used to be. For shoes, you want Mithril Shoes, Boots of Hermes, or Red Shoes. You can use Glacial Shoes, but now that they are percentage amp, they are not nearly as good. For your accessory, you want Moonlight Pendant or Totem. I personally prefer switching to the Lace Quiver over Buccaneers for the extra attack speed, which means you can use Sultan and Unknown as well. Next, let's look at Chiara. So you can play Chiara as a Meteor Claymore user or full crit. I'll be showing off a crit game on a different build because my friend wanted to try out something, but the build in this guide will be better in competitive duos because you actually meet up with your duo early. So the build is Volticleto, Optical Camouflage Suit, Crystal Tiara, Cradle Knight, Bucephalus, and Buccaneers Doubloon. Road is Hotel, Pond, Avenue, Alley. Build ID is displayed on screen and is also written in the description. This build is extremely quick compared to Adriana's build because Hotel Pond can be treated as one zone in terms of timing most of the time. I would turn your water into ice water in Hotel, and Pond you can make orchids, but since you need so many glass bottles on your build, you might just need to make hamburgers, and once in Alley, find lighters to turn into steak. Once you're done with your build, you want to walk towards Adriana. The skill order for this build is W, passive, E, Q, and R alt when available. Build will have the skill order saved so you don't have to worry about memorizing it. For augments, you want to run Healing Factor. This boosts Chiara's shield by a lot, allowing her to live for even longer as a frontline. For your sub-green augments, you want to run Thorn Shackles and Assembly. Thorn Shackles for more damage, and Assembly to live for longer. And you want to take the Fortification trait for your sub-augments. You'll be taking Embolden and Cavalcade. Embolden because of your shield, and Cavalcade because it's duos, and you'll reduce damage taken by 6%. Now for your transition items. For your weapon, you want to get on Joy Use. For your chest piece, you want to switch to Mithril Armor or Blazing Dress. You can also switch to Chang Pao if you find one on a body. For your headpiece, you want Fallen Pegasus. You can use Elysian Halo, but you'll lose a lot of your crit chance and damage. For your arm piece, you want Radar, but if you're still in Created in the Night, you can use Mithril Shield or Auto Arms. For your shoes, you can switch to Taproots, Mithril Boots, and Boots of Hermes. For your accessory, you can use Moonlight Pendant if on Chang Pao, but you want an Emerald Tablet. As I said with my Solos Chiara guide, you really want to keep your crit chance in mind when transitioning. Now for your rare resource priority. For Meteorite, you want to make Fallen Pegasus for Chiara, then you can make Moonlight Pendant for either Adriana or Chiara, it doesn't really matter. For a Tree of Life, you can make Blazing Dress for Chiara or Totem for Adriana. For Mithril, you want Joy Use on Chiara, then Mithril Helm on Adriana, then Mithril Armor on Chiara. For Force Core, you want Dyadic Prism, then Auto Arms on Adriana, then you can do Emerald Tablet, then Boots of Hermes on Chiara. For VF Blood, you want Queen of Hearts on Adriana, then you can do Red Shoes on Adriana or Chiara, then Burgundy 47 on Chiara or Adriana. Now for your comp strategy. This comp is really about bursting at least one person as fast as possible with Chiara's ultimate, And as they try to fight back, you have oil stacks on the ground lit, so they have to take damage if they fight Chiara. Adriana can also stone people off of Chiara with her ultimate charges, or if they run away, you can use Adriana's ult charge to knock them back, allowing Chiara to execute that person. You also want to use your flamethrower for a lot of damage on Adriana if your opponent gets too close to you. Now that I've explained the comp, here is some gameplay showing it in action. Hi there, the name's Nico, and today I'll be going over a duo comp of Adriana and Chiara. I think this is one of the strongest comps right now. It might honestly be nerfed. I'm recording this before the patch notes, but this will probably go up after the patch notes have been out. So I'm hoping it's not nerfed too hard. Yeah, first thing to note here is you want to make sure you grab a pen to make your signature ball, or autograph baseball. I call it signature. I think they renamed it. Doesn't matter. Anyways, make sure you grab a pen for it. It'll be turned into dynamic prism later on, and you don't need a baseball for your weapon, sticky bomb. So it's just a good thing to make while you're there, and you don't need a pen for your build. Yeah, make sure you can grab coffee in factory. You might need to grab, well, if you forget to grab it, just make rum raisin bread. Mocha bread's like perfectly. It is better, but it doesn't matter. The HP difference isn't too much. Yeah, also I like grabbing 2 stacks of lighters, or 1 stack of lighters here for food later on. You can grab it in alley. It's just a bit safer knowing it in factory because people could grab your loot set in alley. Unfortunately, it might seem a bit scuffed, but in temple, you generally need to grab things in order, or else you'll have like an inventory explosion. You need to have your sticky bomb completed. Yeah, one bad thing I didn't grab here is drinks in Uptown. Ideally, you should grab a lemon and like either carbonated water or whiskey. It doesn't really matter, just some type of SP, because as you can see, my SP is quite low right now. Because you're using your E a lot and crafting a lot in the early game, and this build teleports twice as well, which takes 200 SP, like 100 per teleport. I just walk in, take this loot set along the wall because most of the time it's unlooted. This time someone did get there before me because I saw like a weapon ping here, so yeah. I have to rest as a result of me not grabbing drinks in Uptown because I really need SP, so. Also worried that the person who has the weapon done might try to attack me, so I want to have SP just in case they do. Yeah, these are the wolves I like killing for my leather. You need 1 leather for your shoes. And you need leather for your Shah Jahan, so it's nice to just take 2. Or kill the wolves there for them. And yeah, I said my friend is just playing the different build for Chiara, but normally you'd want to meet with Chiara in alley here with their crit build, and then you can start killing people in alley. But since there's like not really too much of a rank scene for duos, there's a little bit, but it's not as popular as solos. Oh, yeah, shoot. Okay, so I'm sorry about that. I keep forgetting to change my audio settings. There we go. I keep forgetting to have the audio for the game. I'm sorry about that.
Looks like someone just died.
Yeah, I just grab leathers to make steak normally. Steak's like really good. I also am looking for a branch to finish my headpiece. But the branch that's normally like over there was taken, so we're gonna have to grab this one. And I'm just gonna prep my Queen of Hearts So I'm looking for a monk's robe, which is in none of these. In this one, I do check it. I didn't check that. Okay, here we go. So yeah, now I have the monk's robe. I also ideally want 2 bandages, one for auto arms, one for Queen of Hearts. But if you only get one, I'd make it for Queen of Hearts instead. You can't see the map, but the duo's in alley, so we're gonna head over there. They asked me to grab. Oh yeah, they asked me to grab some potatoes here. He's making some like fish and chips, so I just grabbed the potatoes for him.
Don't let nerves get the best of you. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but his inventory's full, so I actually gotta hold it. Damn, here's our fight. There we go. And we killed both of them. They kind of split up,
Keep up the good work.
but I was just kind of able to zone out. This is here. The main thing I forget to do when I'm playing Adriana or like any ranged champ in like a duo comp is I forget to eat. Because I feel like, you know, it's just because I know that I have a front line, so I'm not taking the heat of the damage. I often forget that I need to eat food. So yeah, my duo is playing like a version of Crit Chiara. They're trying something out. So that's what I'm saying, I'm not used to their build. There we go. Just kind of kite them. Yeah, I'm gonna burn them with the flamethrower.
Move with confidence. You got this.
Nikki's a really bad matchup, which is why I didn't like the first oil slick on fire, because I was baiting out the parry and it worked. I was trying to ground hedge in there, but my duo partner just rooted them so they couldn't teleport away anyway, so.
You got this. Okay.
And there's the bracer, so I'm gonna like kind of fix my inventory issues. Adriana only has SP problems in the early game, but once you have your passive up, so like once you hit level 10, you don't really have any SP problems anymore. So that's why I don't have any SP items on me, because I don't need to worry about it at this point. Yeah, we're gonna go for the meteorite. So now Adriana's voice or Chiara's voice line's kind of messed up, so her W will be backwards. I'm just here to zone it out. I don't want anyone to fight it. So I'm just pushing people away. Because those are 2 solos, so. And we're gonna grab this tree to make a force core, and then we're gonna use it to make my dyadic excuse me, dyadic prism. That's what I'm gonna do. Like we see there's Camilla behind us, that I haven't done before. And throw is one of those weapons where if you have the wrong, like if you have a throw weapon you don't want up, then you can just swap it, even if in combat. So worst comes to worst, I could just swap it. And yeah, they're fighting on the bridge, and this is Adriana's like strongest point, so I could just kite people on the bridge. Yeah, ideally you want to let your partner get the execute off Chiara, so she can get a shorter ult cooldown. I accidentally killed Camilla before she could execute him, so now Chiara's ult's on a bit of a longer cooldown. Okay, I'll do some editing after, hopefully for the game audio. It's a bit loud.
less places to
And
go.
we're at Omega. No one's here with us. Or if there are, I don't remember, but I don't think so. So we're just gonna clear it. A good thing to do with Adriana on objectives is use the fire from your first oil slick and relight it. I'm gonna make auto arms here. There we go. And we're gonna flamethrower her, but she just died to my fire. She ran into the fire, and so Chiara didn't get ult execute again. Well, actually, maybe she did. Looks like she may have. The cooldown seems to be not that long. Well, no, she wouldn't have gotten it because I killed it, so... Nah, it's just going to be the base cooldown. Never mind. Yeah, you generally want to get at least one execute to your Chiara. Yeah, and then they had Myth Quiver. Myth Quiver is like a fine upgrade to use on H3. It's just like your auto attacks, you can kite from, or you can auto them from farther away. In reality, I wouldn't want to do that bush like that, because if there was a team there, we'd be jumped, or I would be dead. Yeah, we're gonna do Wiccan Red. We're like pretty sure no one else is here, so... I'm making some room in my inventory so we can grab the items. You want Wick to be standing in my fire, or in Adriana's fire. And, like, so I'll just take damage as it. And then here I got the execute, so you can see the cooldown is a lot shorter. Like she already has it back up in like 10 seconds. And we're gonna look for a bandage here so I can make my Queen of Hearts. Ideally, you'd have it already prepped, but we were fortunate enough to get it this time here. So yeah, pretty much in your duo comp, you're gonna have Adriana take all the 4-score stuff, and you're gonna let Chiara take all the meteorites. And Mithril, too. You're gonna let him take Mithril, ideally. You want Chiara to be on Joy Use in the end game. Yeah, this is the last team, so... Chiara got it. I thought actually I'm just gonna go here. I also thought he was gonna go there.
You got this. Okay. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, I kind of did some ult predicts there,
Keep up the good work.
but it didn't really matter. The Chiara got a great engage onto the team, so we didn't have to really worry. You know, this is how you'd want to play Adriana Chiara. If you enjoyed this guide, please give this a like and let me know if you like these types of videos, and if you like a channel turns, which I do, consider subscribing. I hope to see you at the next video.